Well, howdy, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. This is ScottFree4all. We've got a few people in chat already. We're gonna give people time to come in here. Let's see. We are gonna do something new and exciting, something a little different. We're gonna be on No Man's Land, and not just any No Man's Land map. We're gonna be on the one that Argsy and FSG worked together for, gosh, over 30 episodes, and they have graciously made that available to everyone. I thought, I really watched this farm grow and evolve, and so I'd like to just get on the map, get on the farm, see what's available, and I'm going to do a single player this time, but we'll try to do a multiplayer version if I can. We've got Yan in the house. Or is it Don Juan? Yan. I think you're referring to my episode of The Holler. You haven't seen that, you might get a kick out of it. And we've got Paladin 001. How are you, sir? Welcome in. Good to have you here. I hope my sound is okay. I've been playing around with OBS a little bit, so I'm sure you'll let me know if something is amiss. What else is new? Well, my UT Longhorn, University of Texas Longhorn football team is playing right now, and they're playing Oklahoma State University, who they're pretty tough. So I'm gonna not look at the score. You can feed it to me if you want, but I'm a little nervous because OSU is probably the best football team in our division right now, in our conference. Sound is good. Thank you, Yan. Once I get the game running, we'll see how the game sound is doing as well. And we got Ronnie Pate in the chat. Well, hey, back to you. I did jump on this. It'll be just me this time. I tried to get my admins to do a multiplayer with me, and I tried to host the multiplayer, and I could not get them to join. I think there's some kind of network permissions problem. So I think the answer is going to be I'm just going to need to get a dedicated server, put it on there. I can just kind of, stop being frugal and shell out a few bucks, get it on a server somewhere. Probably use Nitrado. I think FSG is a sponsor for them. Let's see. Let's get over to the map. Why don't we? Okay. And I have not done anything on this map. So this map is as you would download it. Oh, and by the way, if you want to try this map for yourself and you have a PC, you can download the save game and the mod folder for this game save. If someone can type !map, I left a link. It's actually a link to FSG's YouTube video, but in that description is the download links for both the save game and the mod list. So yeah, try your hand. See if you can do a better job than they can. Okay. So let's have a little stroll around. So this is really just as they left it, and I took a real quick assessment of just things, maybe just a to-do list of what we need to do right away. And let me show you what that is. So when I get on a map, the first thing I do is, if I've got animals, it's how are my animals doing? Do I need to feed them? Do I need to do something? So if you look at our cows have lots of food and lots of water. So that's awesome. Thank you, Argsy and FSG. Their health is pretty wrecked. Nothing we could do about that now, but just, continue to give them food and water. So they're good. This open range sheep pasture, they're doing great. So they've got all kinds of water. They've got a decent amount of food. And then we've got another open range sheep pasture. They've got lots of food and lots of water. Their health is wrecked, so we're going to have to nurse them back to health as well. And what else? Chickens. Okay, chickens are going to need some food. We're going to need to do something about that. So I put that on my list. Things to do. So before we advance the day, we need to make sure we've got that done. Big Sky Farm is in the house. Hey, Big Sky Farms. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. I want to go over to the fields. Let's just see the status of that. Paladin says, if I remember correctly, those fields still need a bit of fertilizer. You are correct, Paladin. I listed at least 3 fields that are going to need some fertilizer. And I think we'll advance the day before we do anything there. Let's look. So everyone's in growth, early to mid growth. So I think we're safe to advance the day. And then if we look at fertilizer, so it looks like I'm going to call this field 34 southeast needs another coat of fertilizer. Field 44 needs a second coat of fertilizer. And then our field 45 north fields are going to need an extra coat. Now, one interesting thing is these are full of stones. Maybe we'll pick those up. I don't normally play with stones, so I don't know. I mean, we can just let it wreck our equipment over time. But I'm not a big fan of it. Let's make sure I'm up to speed on the chat. I imagine that Argsy is still live streaming. He had quite a bit of sugarcane harvesting on his hands, and I expected him to go a little long, if that's the case. Another thing is, so in our weed situation, the weeds are mostly killed off. I think there's one little patch here that is growing. Maybe we'll do something about that. That's so small. I don't know if it's worth getting the weeder or the herbicide out for that. You guys can maybe pitch in or weigh in on that. He was just finishing it off when you jumped over, Tanner. Okay, how are you doing, Tanner? Good to have you here. Mark, welcome. Good to see you, buddy. Just going over the lay of the land here, making a to-do list. And so what we've decided is we've got some fertilizing to do. 1, 2, and then all these 3 fields. So we'll probably spend a good bit of time doing that. I did check our liquid fertilizer supply, and it looks like we're doing okay. Let me go over there real quick and show you. So here's our fertilizer production, and it says, so our solid fertilizer production is running. Looks like we're missing some materials for the liquid fertilizer. We'll check that out. But we've got almost 20,000 liters of liquid fertilizer. What else? We've got a little bit of solid fertilizer. It's Scooter's Workbench. How are you today, sir? Good to see you. Let's look at that production. I want to see what the inputs are. See if maybe we can keep that thing fed, because it would be nice to not have to buy fertilizer. So our liquid fertilizer, it needs water and it needs slurry. So we're out of slurry, got plenty of water. Let's go see if our cows have made any slurry for us. Well, it doesn't show there. I'll probably have to go here and check. There it is. Oh, we've got lots of liquid manure. So that would be good to top off. Maybe we do that first. And it's Mark Thor in the house. How are you today, sir, Mark? So Mark is one of my Discord admins, and he is also a modder who has supplied me with several custom mods, and then also Chinook. He's one of my Discord admins. So my original plan was for the three of us to be on this as a multiplayer session. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I tried to host it and it wouldn't work. And Mark, now that you're here in the chat, I think it's a network permission problem, maybe on my side. And I think instead of toying with that, I'm just going to put it up on a dedicated server. So I'll probably just start a server and put that on so we can access it and not have to worry about it. So that'll be that problem solved. Okay, let's see what we have to move some manure around. Let's go to our inventory. So we've got that, but that won't hold it. What else do we have? Yeah, Mark Haythorne, wait. I think it is my firewall or permissions. Now the interesting thing is I had not hosted a multiplayer for FS22, but I had for FS19. And I have the same router, and I haven't changed the settings. And it's a good router. It's a Google router. But I don't know. I hate dealing with those problems, so I think I'm just going to make a dedicated server for it. Guys, where can we get some... We need to pick up some liquid poop. What do we have to do with that? Maybe we don't have one. It depends on the port you're using. Yeah, Mark, that may be it. And there's like a port forwarding thing. I don't want to make my own head spin, but it's something like that. Guys, if you see something that'll hold liquid fertilizer or liquid manure, let me know, but I don't see it. It could be that we may need to lease something. Hopefully we'll get Argsy here in the chat. He's the expert at this map. He'll know everything about this. We can thank him for it and also blame him for it. I think we're just going to need to lease something. So, or we could, you know what, we could even buy something. Let's see what's for sale. Let's see. So here's some like proper slurry tanks. This will hold 8.2. Now that actually spreads it, doesn't it? Don't really need that. Just need something to transport. Now that'll hold 15. That's a little pricey. Do we have anything cheaper? We have all the pumps and hoses stuff in here. Maybe that'll work. Now that'll only do digestate and slurry, but I'm okay with that. So our money balance is 314,228. I'm just going to go ahead and buy this. And oh, did I check my lease tools? Tanner, that's a great suggestion. And you know what? I think you just saved me some bucks, Tanner, because looks like there's 2 of them. So that's good. Tanner is on the ball today. So what else do we have that's leased here? Maybe we need to return some of this stuff. Got a baler leased. We've got a 1 bale loader. We've got a animal, I guess it's a mixer. And then we've got animal transport. Okay. All right, good. Well, again, thank you, Tanner, for letting me know that. Let's go jump in a tractor. So here's FSG's tractor. We'll leave that hooked up for liquid fertilizer, and we'll just use it. Oh, by the way, guys, I was in FSG's tractor earlier, and, well, I don't want to embarrass him, but it was filthy. So I cleaned it out, took a little scrubbing, a little bit of sanitation, serialization, but it's looking much better now, so. All right. Here we go. We'll get in Argsy's. Now, Argsy's, as you would expect, is immaculate. And the smell in here is very interesting. It smells, I guess, what I would think New Zealand smells like. You know, smells like utopia. And sheep. Smells like utopia and sheep. All right, here it is. All right, let's get it. Uh-oh. Okay. Where are our cows? Our cows are over, I see them. Over here. Yeah, Scooter, I meant to mention that. All of these tractors are ridiculously in need of maintenance. In fact, let's see, can I repair it this way? I don't know if they have the self-repair mod. They don't. All right, well, we're just going to have to get to that eventually. Let's see, Slurry is here in the farm. This is the Elk Mountain cattle cow pen, which I love. I've used this multiple times on multiple maps. And we're almost out of gas. We're almost out of fuel too, aren't we? We'll be okay for now. Pardon me, ladies. Repairs are by the main shed. Thank you, Paladin. I knew I'd get lots of help on this stream because you guys are as much, probably more in the know about this farm than I am. All right, let's see how that affected our volume, our capacity. Slurry. Oh, we're already at like a third full. Well, let's get that turned on. Now this will make liquid fertilizer. Oh, this is for digestate. Oh, you know what? We can go grab some digestate. I bet. Well, I'm not going to bet. We might have some in that BGA. We'll check. Okay. Well, that's turned on and it's running. We're storing everything. That's good. Okay, let's go get some more. Can I add mods, Scott? What rules have you set yourself? Mark, great question. I have not really set any rules for this. Maybe you guys could help out a bit. You can either, like, you know, throw some ideas in the chat, or what might be even better is on my Discord page, I have an offline live stream channel. Maybe we can get a discussion going there. I am open to lots of different things. I have a few ideas, but I don't feel strongly about anything. I do want this to be multiplayer because my goal is to have, you know, some people on here with me from time to time. So keep that in mind, as you know, as far as rules and so on. Yes, Mark, I will need more tractors. At least one more. Although we do have, you know, we have harvesters and we have other things that can be done without a tractor. But yeah, if we're gonna have more than 2 people on here, we'll need at least one more tractor. ultimately, I do want to add new fields. So I know I want to do that. I don't want to do it right away, and I'm not going to do it today. Today, we're going to just get to know the map. We're going to move it forward a little bit longer, a little bit more. Let's see. Should be pretty close to full now. Pretty close to full. Let's go ahead and top it off. Actually, let's not. Let's see if we have some digestate first. Digestate. Do we have digestate? T-Man Gaming, how are you today, sir? What is up? We are checking out FSG and Argsy's No Man's Land farm. Having a great time already. We're just getting started. Let's see, did I miss it? Oh, it's right there in front. We don't have any digestate. Let me just make sure that, so that's interesting. We have a fermenting silo. Might be easier to make a second farm. Oh, you might be right, Mark. You know, you mean as far as adding new fields, or just, you know, spawning whole nother farms. I thought they had a. Oh, here's the BGA. Okay, so there's a little bit of silage input there, and I bet it'll make a little bit of stuff. And it seems, oh, they're selling it. Okay. Oh, they are storing the digestate though. Okay. Oh, well, look at that. We do have digestate. It's just not showing in the listing, and that's why I wanted to check it there. Well, let's go get some digestate. We'll get that going as well. Fertilizer is god-awful expensive, and digestate and slurry are just about free. Let's see, is it back here? It's back in this corner. There it is. Mr. Argsy Gaming, how are you doing today? Yeah, we have our expert on this map. Thank you, Argsy. Let's see. Is this the output for it? Yep. It's Corp Nut. How you doing, buddy? Good to have you here today. Oh, Argsy, I missed you earlier. We're not sure how we're going to improve on perfection. I know. Well, you know, I tell you, you did leave this farm in pretty good shape. I kind of took an account of everything here at the beginning of the stream. And I guess my assessment is most of the fields are in good shape. They're full of stones, and some of them need a little more fertilizing, but that's understandable. Some of your sheep and cows are near death, but we're going to nurse them back to health. And Argsy, your tractor inside was immaculately clean. It did smell like sheep, though. I imagine that's what New Zealand smells like. And then FSG's tractor was, well, I'm not going to say what, I don't want to embarrass him, but it was pretty disgusting. Oh, I guess my only gripe, Argsy, is all of the tractors and equipment are in dire need of repair, and they're almost out of gas. Let's see. Can we go get some more? Let's go get some more. Corbnut says, you had a great time on the coast for 3 days. Wonderful. That sounds so relaxing, Corbnut. Make sure I didn't miss any other chat. But Mark's saying, depending on just a separate farm if you have, say, more than 4 players. Yeah, because that's a good point, Mark, because it would get pretty crowded working this one farm if we had more than that many people. I don't know that I want to have more than 4, though. on this map. So I would say that's going to be another rule. I don't want to have one of these like 16 people running around, everyone's session lagging all over the place. That's just not fun for anyone, really. All right, now let's go into production and let's turn on the, let's see, where's the point for that? I think it's over here. There it is. Okay. We want oh, we're out of space on the liquid fertilizer. Okay, well that's not a problem. We're about to go pull from that. Our solid fertilizer is working. This is okay, so neither of them are going to work until we pull some fertilizer out. I'm going to go ahead and, are they both activated? They are. They're both activated. Okay. Big A, how are you, sir? Welcome in. Good to see you. Mark says, you think 6 would be a good number. Okay, but have another farm. Yeah, if we're going to have 6, we would definitely need a second farm at least. And maybe work 3 and 3, right? Okay, well, T-Man, you're on your cell phone, and you wanted to say hi to everyone. Well, good. Even if you can't stay, appreciate you saying hi. It's always good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Take care if you're leaving. Corp, your Ducks, touchdown Ducks. Awesome, 17-10. Corp, my UT Longhorns are playing Oklahoma State right now, and I am nervous. I honestly don't think we're going to beat them. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to watch the score. Okay, well, since we're maxed out, I'm not going to put any more digestate over there. We will... Yeah, Corpnet, if you're saying that Oklahoma State is good, they are. They're undefeated with the exception of they lost to TCU last week in double overtime. And they were playing in Fort Worth, so they were playing away. So, yeah, pretty amazing team they've got this year. Okay, let's jump in the FSG tractor. Put some fertilizer down. Here's our repair. Let's see if we can get Argsy's tractor repaired. Okay, that's in good condition. That's in good condition. That's in not good condition. Let's repair that. All right, so I want to make sure I'm up to speed with everybody. Okay. Excellent. Whoops. Okay. And this is still pretty stinking clean, so we're not gonna really worry about him cleaning. And FSG's tractor is clean on the outside because he knew we were coming. Okay, and this needs some repair. Let's get that taken care of. Looks like we have a tiny bit of herbicide in here. Maybe we'll go spray that on the that small patch of weeds just so we can get it out of the tank. All right. That's in horrible shape. Let's repair that. That's okay, and that's okay. All right. Yeah, we have 10 liters of herbicide. I think I'm just going to spill that on a field. If we look at our fields, there was one area that had some weeds, some small weeds. That's right here. Like the tail end of that. Let's see. T-Man says you're waiting on the barbecue chicken wings to get done on the grill. Yummy. That sounds great. I haven't had lunch yet, so you're making me hungry. So that's 45. So we just follow. Okay. Let's go down there real quick. Well, this won't take long. So if you didn't notice, I did finally finish the next episode of The Holler. And that dropped about 3 hours ago. So sorry for the delay in getting that out to you guys. I really struggled in getting that episode done, and it was really just a combination of I took on some technical challenges that really were a lot more challenging than I thought, and then also really just struggled from a how do I make this work? How do I make the story work? Point of view. I've never done a love story, and this isn't gonna this isn't gonna turn into like a love story drama, so don't worry. That was kind of a new challenge for me, I have to admit. Okay, what's going on here? Trying to decide if that over there needs to be, well, it doesn't matter. This isn't going to go very far, is it now? And we're done. That was quick. I don't know why I concerned myself so much about that. I just didn't want to totally waste it. Corbnut, you got to run. All right, well, thanks for dropping in. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Could empty that into a backpack sprayer. Oh. Mark, is there such a thing in FS? If so, that's cool. All right. Let's get some fertilizer and we'll start painting these fields. Argsy, does it feel a little surreal to watch someone else play your game? Let's see. I think it's over here, right? Yeah. Thought it was. There it is. The tiny trigger. Well. There it is. Ah, missed it again. There it is. Okay. Oh, Mark, you're saying it was an FS19. Okay. Oh, but it was a joke. Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to look like a fool if it was real and I was calling it a joke. All right, we're full. So what field do we go deal with first? How about we deal with this? No, hold on. Turn off weeds. Yep, so that one's taken care of. This is the one. Let's take care of field 34 south. All right. I guess that's about where we were before, right? It is actually thinking that earlier. Yeah. Will I pay a visit to Scott's server, Argsy? Oh, that would be interesting. I would hope so. I mean, Argsy and FSG are always invited by default. Let's see. I went too far because I was reading chat. This is where we want to be. Right? Yes. Okay. Well, we will... oh, you know what? Let me make sure we don't have to advance the day first. Because, Argsy, I can't remember when you and FSG fertilized these or not. If we do need to advance the day, we're going to need to feed the chickens first, because they're almost out of food. and then we'll do this. So we'll just line up here. We'll do a little test spray. Like that. And hey, we have blue, so let's go for it. All right. While planting, so should be all good. Okay, good. Thank you, Argsy. Going really slow. I think this is the speed for this fertilizer, right, Argsy? 7 miles per hour. If this is the in-game one, I think it runs a little slow. But I'm not dragging an implement, it doesn't look like, so I think I'm all right. So I think we still have Mark Haythornwaite in the chat. Mark, if you're still in the chat, say howdy. But, and most of you probably already know this, but Mark has come out with his first ever mod, and it is a doozy, folks. It is what it basically does is helps you make decisions about when and where to sell all of your products. And it's called the Time-Saving Stock Check. It's for PC and Mac only. If you go to, what's the best way? Well, he has an itch.io page. If you go to my YouTube video review of it, you can see what it's about, but also there's a link there where you can download his mod. Yeah, there's Mark saying howdy. And Mark, I didn't mention this in my review, but that mod becomes even more helpful if you have a very, very large map with lots of production outputs, say like maybe Green Valley, but especially if you're running multiplayer, you know, and you have people coming. All right, what have I done? Am I still spraying? I am. Let's see, I think I'm gonna get GPS running. Just because it's a little difficult to stay focused on this and read chat and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to set a course for 90 degrees and turn that on and turn that on, and away we go. Better. All right. Big Sky Farms, you used Mark's mod in your stream this morning. Awesome. Big Sky Farms, I missed your live stream, and I meant to be there, but I was up ridiculously late editing a video, so I slept all the way through it. In fact, I caught the tail end of Farmer Ed's stream. And that was about it. And yeah, Big Sky Farm hit 50 subscribers already. That's great. Tell you what, Big Sky, the first 100 subs are the hardest. I think once you get the first 100, it becomes a lot easier. There you go, Mark. It's out on itch. And if one of the mods in the chat wants to post that itch.io link, go ahead and do that. Let's see, can I adjust this? I think I can adjust the height of this, right? Oh look, my trailer, my tractor's doing a little sway. Funny. Here it is. There we go. I want to get that up a little bit. It was a little low. All right, we're gonna save. Let's see where GPS puts us. Maybe shoot for that and see what happens there. That's not too bad. Yeah, I'll catch your next one, Big Sky Farms. I'll try to anyway. Thanks, Argsy, for putting that link in there. The FSG swagger. That's it, Scooter. Let's see, how we looking? That's pretty good. Let's just get that one little corner. All right, I think we're good there. Okay. It's really hard to see where I've fertilized. That's another reason why I'm doing GPS. Algeron, how are you, sir? You are asking anyone else trying the crop rotation mod. Oh, I'm not familiar with that one, so I can't help out. But if someone else in the chat has some experience and wants to help, please go ahead. But thanks for being on the live stream today. If you haven't yet, and if you'd like to, please hit that like button. It really helps out my channel. I'm still a new and growing channel. That's really the best thing you can do for me. You can also subscribe if you like, so you can know when future live streams and videos are coming. Can I not do... There it goes. Did some cruise control. We're good. Also, would love to have you join my Discord channel if you haven't yet, or Discord server. Great community there. Friendly and helpful people. And we have some fun too. Oh, I missed a little slice. Look at that. Interesting. Whoops. I wonder if my GPS is off a little bit. Thank you, Chinook, for dropping that link to the Discord invite. Huh. We'll see if it does it again. But I did do an auto length thingy. Is snap to grid turned on? Good question, Mark. Don't know. Is it snap to terrain angle? Is that what you're talking about? It is on. Is that good? Let me show lines. See. That's good. Okay. Now that's interesting. Look, it thinks, all right, so it thinks it's our width is way off, guys. I think it's using like the closed width or something. How strange. Okay, let's see if we can fix that. Let's go back into the menu. Oh yeah, it says the width is 18 feet. Somehow that got reset, and I don't know why. Okay, well, we got it fixed now. And that was the problem. And it looks like I've got an offset in there too. No, I don't. How oops, I think I hit, I accidentally broke it. Oh, I didn't have it connected. I didn't have it engaged. That's what it was. Turn angle, terrain angle, turn off. Okay, I will. Off. Okay, but that was our problem, guys, is we had the width set to like 8 feet instead of 78 feet. All right, I think there's a small bit left here. Right? Yep, there is. And we're doing really great on our feed. We're not even halfway empty yet. Halfway used up, so that's great. We should be able to get the majority of these fields done really in one load. I think we'll need to reload once at least. Okay, I can't stand it anymore. Somebody give me a UT Longhorn football score, if you don't mind. I'm just making sure I didn't miss something in the chat. I was highly distracted. I think we're good. I'll go back and get that little bit. And I know I can change my width. I won't do it this pass, but I will for that small patch. Don't want to waste. Yeah, it's really hard to see where I've been. All right. 10 to 21 to Longhorns. Amazing. All right, go Horns. Hook 'em. That's what we say, hook 'em horns. You didn't know. So I think we're locked on right there, aren't we? A little bit over. Like maybe there. That's good. And then let's point due north. And getting there. That's pretty close. That's it. And then let's see, change width. That is, what's the keystroke for that, guys? Is it a Z? Control Z? It is Control Z. Wow, my memory actually worked. 12:30 left in the second quarter. Okay, so game's not that far along even. That's a pretty rocking score for only a quarter and a bit of play. All right. Is that going to get us what we need? Looks like it. Big Sky Farms got the hook 'em horns up there. I mean, I don't think Apple intended that to be a hook 'em horns. I think they intended it to be like a cool, because hook 'em horns, you actually like do that instead of that. But I use it for hook 'em horns all the time. Okay, where do we go next? That's looking nice and blue. Let's go down here. I think that's our other big field. And then we'll get this one as well. And do we need to refill? I'm not going to refill. We'll probably run out before we get done, but I'm all right with that. I'll go ahead and fold up just to be careful. Turn off our GPS. Let's see, we kind of need to cut across here, don't we? This is it right here. And we could just go east-west on this. I think that's what I'm going to do. T-Man Gaming, you got to go. All right, well, take care. Great to have you here today. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Ronnie Pate says, I do wish it was easier to see where you sprayed. I know, Ronnie, it does. But you know, that's kind of real to life, right? And yet another reason to have GPS. Let's see. That's pretty straight on, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, well, let's get lined up and let's get set up here. And this time I'm going to make sure we have our width set correctly. Oh, look at that. Oh, Control Z seems to affect it, doesn't it? Interesting. So if I do that and then say auto width, yeah, it does. Okay, well, that's cool, actually. You would want that to be the case. Okay, we'll set this to 90. Okay. What else? I think we're good. Oh, look at all these maps over here. I guess I could use them, but I'm kind of locked and loaded here already, so I'm just going to go with what I got. Mark says you like to spread lime before spraying so you can see where I've been. Same here. Yeah, it's almost kind of like putting a primer coat on. You know, putting a white primer on the wall, and then when you put your paint, you can see it. It also makes for some really good YouTube footage when I do montages where I'm like cultivating or fertilizing or something and I already have lime on the ground. You know, there's really good stark contrast, so there's that too. Waylon, how are you today? Great to have you in chat. You can see me joining these fields. Yeah. I can see myself doing that too, actually. Or maybe someone else will do it. I don't know. So it is April 1st in the map. Argsy, I'm trying to remember if you guys have seasons enabled or not. You do, and it's 2 days per month. Okay. Yeah, joining these fields would be an easy thing to do. Even with the size of equipment that we have, I don't see that being a problem, in my opinion. Unless kept separate crops, right? Yeah, when you got seasons on, you don't have a lot of options as to your crop variety anyway. If we're going to be planting at a certain time. All right. I don't know if Scooter's workbench is still in the chat, but I really want to get your mulcher out here. Get rid of some of these bushes, especially where you know, the meadow grass is being mown. And I don't think that's released yet, Scooter, if anyone's wondering. But he did give me that to try out. And Scooter's there. Scooter would love for you to release that mulcher mower. I hope that's your plan. Rusty Money Gaming, how are you, buddy? Good to have you here. What does Rusty have to say? Quick hello. Okay. Well, if you can't stay, Rusty, it was great of you to drop by. We're having a good time here on what I think would be a familiar map to you. What mods would I like to add? Top of my head? Wow. I mean, I haven't really thought about it a lot. One thing I did notice is the Easy Dev Tools is not on here. It uses Power Tools, which is fine. But I would probably swap that out for Easy Dev Tools. I assume that'll work in a multiplayer scenario. And what else would I do? I don't know. I tend to go like less is more as far as mods go, because you can kind of constrain yourself, you know, as to what mods you can use. I certainly wouldn't want to have any unrealistic mods here, like unrealistic speeds, capacities, all of that. And there's Thomas Patterson in the chat saying hi to Rusty. And there's Andy H. I'm just looking for some people that I haven't said hi to yet. And that's fine. If you're just listening and lurking, you're good. Don't worry about us. So we've got 59% left in the second tank. So we might make it through this field. It's going to be really close. We'll see what happens. Mark, your thoughts are the same. Yeah, especially for multiplayer. I agree. And I don't think this would be cross-play compatible either, because of the mods that are on here already. So otherwise that would be another constraint that I, would apply. But they all have to be cross-play compatible mods. Uh-oh, I'm gonna hit that tree, aren't I? Yep. Oh boy. Well, that really sent me, it like catapulted me backwards. All right, let's get past it and back up a bit. There we go. What about precision farming? Andy H, good question. In fact, that's really a valid, real valid question. I mean, I like having precision farming on there. So if it were already on here, I would keep it. I would say as long as it doesn't like alter the kind of the play of this map. I don't know, you guys weigh in. Let me know what you guys think. Was the top cut off that tree you just hit? Was the top cut off? Oh, it might have been, because, yeah. Can't see from here, but Alien Jim does have some top cut trees on this map, I do believe. And you say you prefer precision farming to seasons. Okay. I think keeping seasons on here makes sense. It's one of the bigger restrictions, but it also kind of meters your play. and forces you to think a little bit and plan a little bit, which I think, at least for me, adds to the fun. I mean, after all, it is a game. Game that's easily played in one is not much of a game, right? All right, what is this? What is this next to us looking like? Okay, so everything over here is already fertilized, so awesome. And it looks like we're not going to run out. This is also good. So we'll go fill up, and then we'll come back, and we'll do this field. I don't even know what that is, but we'll do it. And I guess we can also go fertilize that meadow grass that Argsy and FSG cut in their last episode. Yeah, it is a grass meadow. Tanner, I can fertilize that, can I not? Or maybe I can't. I should know the answer to that without having to ask myself. Maybe I can't, because it's not a proper field, right? Yeah, I was wrong, but now I'm speaking truth, right? Okay, let's go load up. Yeah, so that might actually be a good project. Would be to go plow this, and we can either say we're going to do it to expand this field, which is already good size, or we could just put in a proper grass field out here. We certainly don't want to mess with the Argsy and FSG was here. Oh, that reminds me. I think I'm gonna add some graffiti to that before we leave today. Old Cranky, how are you today, sir? Great to have you here. First date. Yep. Just first date went really well. We're going to continue to see each other. It's not going to be very often. Long distance relationships are that way. But April's on the road a lot, so maybe she'll come our way once in a while and we'll get to see her more. Oh, so I have a bit of a challenge for you, or riddle for you. So the voice of April in my video is an AI voice, and it is of a celebrity. If you can tell me whose voice that is, you'll get an acknowledgement and praise on the chat. I don't have anything for you beyond that. But I'm just curious if how obvious or not obvious. I don't even really want it to be necessarily obvious. Truth of the matter is, if you're doing AI voices, I've learned if it's a male voice, you've got lots and lots of options. If it's a female voice, there's just not a lot out there, and some of them are horrible. It sounds like a man, breathing helium. Let's go do this one now. There it is. The bot advertised for it. So just so you guys know, I keep all my material, family oriented, at least PG or better. So there's not going to be anything but just proper recording and so on. And so hopefully the chat today stays that way as well. I thank you in advance for honoring that. We are there. We need to go there. Yeah, I always like to remember, and it's usually always true, there's probably some very young people in the chat right now. So we don't really know the age of people, so just always keep your chat with that in mind, and I think everyone's going to be okay. Where are we going to start? We're going to start over in that corner. So this is just a grass field, right? I don't have additional information on why is that. Oh, am I not in the field? Oh, is this meadow grass? Oh, this is also meadow grass. Maybe that's what someone, I can't remember who it was. Tanya, that was you saying that. Okay, so I know that this is meadow grass, but what you're saying is this is also meadow grass. Got you. Okay, so I guess we're done. Other than, I think we now have a true project here where we're gonna plow this up into a proper field for grass. In fact, if we run out of things to do, we could probably have fun with that and get. All right, let me get caught up here. Mark, you're gonna watch it after the stream. Great. Just a meadow. Thank you, Tanner. I'm sorry I didn't catch on to what you were saying better the first time. But it's got first stage of fur. Yeah, Andy H. Meadow grass, when you cut it, it automatically has that first state. But because it's not a proper field, you can't add a second one. Okay, so that's all good. Let's see if we can get our chickens fed. And I'm a little concerned. I mean, we got, gosh, look at all those eggs in there. My goodness. Oh, we could sell all kinds of stuff, guys. They've been holding back on us. All right, what do we have? Also, guys, I'm gonna see if I can get us some. Can I fill this? No. How do I add to that? Is this one of those you can just buy, or do you have to actually go get it and bring it? There it is. Okay, I thought so. So I don't think we want 10,000. Let's do. I think we'll just buy it 1,000 at a time. But our tractors are getting very low on diesel. I haven't even looked at our harvesters, but it could be the same. They usually have smaller tanks than the tractors do. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this one up. One of my biggest pet peeves is running out of fuel in the middle of playing. All right. Get my lighting fixed a little bit. Okay. Guess that's good. Is my light good? I feel like it's not on me. There we go. Sorry for that. All right, we're full. Let's go. Let's see. Where am I going to put you? I'll just put you here for now. Let's see what we have in the silo that the chickens can eat. Nothing. Argsy, why did you do this to me? Okay, well, I bet we don't, and we don't have anything to harvest, so we're going to have to go buy some chicken feed. Let's go make sure we don't have any. I know because they've bagged stuff in the past. Do they still have bags of stuff in here? What is this? That is seed. More seed. That's all liquid stuff. So, yep, guys, we got to go buy some chicken feed. And the good thing is we have plenty of money. Now, we could put a little in there. Let's see. Oh, you know, maybe we could just go buy it in bulk. So, I'm trying to remember. When you have 5,000 chickens, how much food do they take? It's a lot, I believe. I have that same chicken production on my Greystone map that I live stream to. Mark says, you know, it would be cool if I did a role play and treated it like they abandoned it and fast forward time. Wow, you know, I briefly thought about that. And I decided against it. I don't have like one reason why. It was really just a lot of things. I guess one is we've already seen a lot of videos on this map. Also, I just felt like I would be taking too much ownership of a map that's not really mine. So I don't know. I think it's just kind of a personal thing of mine for not doing it. Yeah, I could do it. I mean, but if you guys are like think, wow, that's a crazy good idea, I would like watch every video, let me know, because I want to make stuff that you guys want to watch. Okay, so we'll go get some wheat or whatever's cheapest to buy. I think barley's a little cheaper, right? I think that's the cheapest of the three. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cranky, you understand that. Okay. But yeah, Mark, that idea definitely crossed my mind. The other thing is, this is a map that all of you identify with, and so I think doing it in a live format kind of like brings you guys in along for the ride a little better. And also, I've been wanting to do some multiplayer live streams. I really tried to get that going today and just technically couldn't get it to work, but I've got a new plan. So maybe next Saturday we'll go live on this thing. No, I take that back. In fact, just an important reminder, my younger daughter, is getting married next Saturday. So you will not see me Saturday, and you might see maybe not quite as much videos coming out from me. But I'm very excited for her and her fiance. Now, I think if we buy it bulk over here, it's going to be cheaper. Let's see how much it is. Which is why I brought my trailer. And there it is. So we want... Barley's going to be cheapest, right? Did anybody confirm that for me? Pretty sure it is. We're going for it. Yeah, I think we'll just fill this full. And whatever they don't eat, we'll put in the silo for next time. And it doesn't look too god-awful expensive. Let's see how much that was. Hard to see. 14,000. Let's see, do I have that? I was just wondering if I had... Oh, I don't even have that on the 3-point hitch. I have it on the pin hitch or ball hitch. Well, thank you. Yeah. Congrats to my daughter. So we have the father and bride dance song locked in. We made that official today. We decided on the song Wildflowers by Tom Petty. I had to get a song that was a little upbeat and not super sad. Because I didn't want to cry. But I also didn't want it to be like, I actually considered doing a Rush song. And my daughter was totally okay with that. But that was a little self-serving and I think would have been cringy to a lot of people. Yeah, it is a nice song, Cranky. And I'm a pretty big Tom Petty fan. I was sad when he passed away. All right, chickens, we're coming to the rescue. So I think they're going to take about a third of this. We'll put the rest in the silo. And then I would expect we can harvest something for them to eat between now and then. Pretty sure this is where we dump it, right? Here it is. Paladin, you're heading out. All right, well, take care, man. Great to have you in today. Hope to see you again soon. Guys, it may just take all of that. And it looks like it is. Okay. Let's see how that affects the level here. Oh, wow. Okay, so we like almost perfectly filled that up. All right, nice. It's convenient. Okay, so let me go back to our animals. I think our animals are good now for us to advance the day. Water and food. Water and sheep could use a little more food. I think they'll be okay if we go one day, though. Don't you think? And that one's full. That one's full. Okay. I always get stressed out playing this game if I start killing off animals. I kind of anthropomorphize. I can't say it. Basically, it affects me as if they were real, as if I killed a real animal. I know that's weird, but can't help it. Okay. Let's advance the day. Let's see. I guess we can advance. They don't have a sleep trigger. Argsy, I don't think you're here in the chat anymore, but I'm pretty sure you guys don't have a sleep trigger. So, in which case, we'll just, we'll F12 to the next day. I think we can do that, right? Or do I need to just accelerate the clock as much as I can? Yeah, that's a limitation of power tools. Okay, well, I think I'm just gonna see how fast we can make the clock go. Okay, we can go to 5. Oh, we can go. They've got the, like, super clock speed on here, so that's good. Whoa. Okay. Hey, not bad. We got to 8 a.m. That's about right. So we had some leasing costs, property maintenance. We got some property income, some property costs. All right, let's just make sure we didn't kill somebody. Okay, so our sheep are okay, but we're definitely going to need to feed both of them today. Cows are going to need some feed. Chickens are good for another day. Okay. Yeah, Chinook, I will put a sleep trigger in, and let me see if there's one available. You know what? That'll be the first thing we do. A little cloudy today. Look at that. Maybe we could even put a farmhouse in. We don't have a huge amount of money. Hopefully there's something available that's cheap. Let's see. Gotta think. Here we go. Farmhouses. So there's farmhouses. The cheapest one is this mobile home or caravan or whatever you call it. Let's see if there's just a sleep trigger. Nothing there. I think that's where it would be, right under tools. Don't see it. So we would have to put. This is that's a vehicle workshop. That's not a farm. Yes, farmhouses. Yep. Oh, so the sleep trigger would be here. Okay. Maybe I'll add that. Cheapens to the right. Well, that's everything. That's all of the farmhouses in here. There's just what you see. But this one's pretty cheap. In fact, I've used this one before. This is the No Man's Land one for 10 grand. So we could do that. I like having a proper house instead of just a sleep trigger. Now the next question is, where do we put it? So last time, so I played No Man's Land, and actually I brought you along on a live stream for it, where I put my house was here in the woods. I think I took out a couple of these trees and I like put it right in here. Made like a little cozy foresty place. So we could do that. And it also doesn't waste any so I'll say that's option A. Option B, would be, we could put it like here on the corner, next to all these smelly sheep. Doesn't sound wonderful. Or we could put it over here. So I'll make that option B. We could put it right here, next to the garden. And what would be an option C? Something over here. So we could do something here, which kind of makes sense too. We could put it here on the corner. And then we could even maybe like put in some fencing and all that. So I'll say that's option C. So, and I'll give everybody a little time to think about it. So, while you guys are thinking about that, what else do we want to do today? Let's check out our field states. So everything's still growing. We're on two-day months, so yeah, it looks like we haven't advanced anything yet. That's fine. Oh, what we can do is go sell a bunch of production. We've got a lot of stuff to sell. So I've got mostly A's. I got one B. Okay. Why don't we just go with A then? I liked that when I played it that way on my own map. Still A. Okay. Let's do that. All right, now we need to get in here so we can see. Where's the clearing? There's a clearing right here. I think that's where I put it last time. And then how do we want to orient it? We'll orient it that way. And then we'll stick it right in here. We'll put it right there. I like it. That'll protect us from the wind. Nice. All right. Yeah, Ronnie, I like the woods too. It looks nice. And it gives us a reason to keep those trees. Let's see. Oh, we got some deer going on too. Okay. Production. Let's go see what we can sell, guys. I think we've got a lot of stuff we can sell. You know what? This is where I should have Mark's mod installed. See, we don't have it here, but that's definitely going in, Mark, for sure. Even though this is a small map, it's so handy. You don't have to like rotate between like 3 different menu screens. Mark, I would be surprised if that gets included in the next FS release. It just makes too much sense. Okay, production. What do we have going on? So we're selling lime, so that's good. And we've got plenty of stones. Our BGA, we're selling, storing, that's fine. Oh yeah, our greenhouse. So we're storing everything. We're making lettuce. Is lettuce the best thing to make, or is it tomatoes? I can't remember like which one fetches the most money. Strawberries, I think, is you get overwhelmed with strawberries. And then okay, so we're doing lettuce in both of them. We'll just keep that going, and we're storing. So I think there's a bunch of lettuce out there we can sell. We've got some maple syrup. We're almost out of water, so we'll go do that. I'm just going to write that down. So we'll add water to the maple trees. And then we're gonna sell our lettuce and our maple. I know I saw the maple syrup. And then was there something else? No, maybe not. I guess that's it. Lettuce is less pallets, right? Right. That's exactly my thinking, Algeron, is you want to make something that, you know, it doesn't pump out a bunch of pallets that aren't worth much. That's just a lot of extra work. Okay, let's get in. Well, we're done fertilizing for a while. So let's go and we'll put these away. And yeah, we filled that up with fertilizer, and that's probably good because we offloaded our production so it doesn't get out of space again. It'll make more for us. So it's kind of a happy accident that we couldn't fertilize our meadow grass, but not doing this very well, am I? There we go. That there. All right. And I think our pallet trailer is over here somewhere. Oh, it's right here, and it's got fertilizer on it. Is that the only one we have? Maybe there's a second one. I don't think so, but it's worth a look. Nope, we just got the one. All right, so we'll need to offload that. All right. Yeah, Mark, that is a nice combine. I love the blue. All right, so let's find a fork to put on here. Where are the forks? Here they are. Here's all our little front loader implements. All right. And I guess I'll put this rear weight on. I just don't want any trouble. Okay, so thought about maybe pulling that trailer out in the open, but I think it'll be okay if we work inside of here. You have to do a little camera gymnastics so we can see what we're doing, but it'll be a good challenge anyway. So you guys have seen me run a forklift before, so this is, well, it'll at least be entertaining, okay? And I'm not going to be able to get on there straight. You know what, guys? I need as much of my favor as possible. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. And we'll work outside. It'll just be a lot easier that way. And I think I can hook up to here. If not, I'll drop my weight. Oh, it's a 3-point only, isn't it? Yep, that's fine. Great idea for the stream. Hey, Saran, how are you? I'm glad you agree. I want to make what you guys like to watch, so if you're liking it, then that's all the better. Let's see, have I missed anything else? Our bots are busy as ever today. Go. Yeah, I think everything's going to be a lot less embarrassing for me if I work out here in the open. All right, let's get our weight back on. All right. I would never want to compete with Argsy in a forklift contest. I don't know if anybody would want to. Guess that's about right. So I know in FS19 there was a mod that had like some heads-up display on your forklift angle and height. I used to use that all the time. Do they have that for FS22? Did somebody release that for 22? If not, can somebody make that? Let's see, where do I want to put it? I'll put it over here. Oops, oh, I'm too close to that wall, aren't I? Okay, I guess that's good. All right, I give myself a B- on that one. Argsy cheats with a joystick. Hey, you know, I could use a joystick. I actually have the heavy, what's it called? The Logitech, the side panel. That's it. It has a joystick on it, and I don't use it. Controller's not too bad, but it's just a lot. You have to kind of do things in like jerky motions. It's a lot easier to be fluid about it. And as well as using a steering wheel. And I have a steering wheel and I don't use it. And I'll tell you a big reason is when you use a steering wheel, you still have to have a controller or a keyboard, which means you're driving with one hand. And when I'm making videos, I've gotten really good at using the controller, you know, using the right thumbstick, whatever you call it, for the camera. So you can see I can like kind of aim where I'm looking all the time. That's just a lot harder for me to do when I'm using a steering wheel. Whoops. How are we doing on the angle? That's all right. Nope. Still need to lift it a little more. There we go. All right, so putting this outside was definitely the right, a good idea because made it a lot easier. So we need to put the camera collision mod on here. You know, I'm gonna start writing these down. So camera collision was one mod. For precision farming, I'll put a question mark. What was the other one? Easy dev tools. Swap it. I know I'm forgetting at least one more. Remind me, guys. Yeah, Serrano. Oh, you think Argsy used a controller? He does use a controller, but I think he uses a joystick when he's doing like loading or crane work or that kind of stuff. But Saran, he does use he does use a controller for like everything else. He doesn't use a wheel. I know that. So this is herbicide, and we have lots of it, so that's good to know. Because we can't make our own herbicide. We can make our own fertilizer. we will keep all that here. Oh, what did I do? Oh, it got weird on me. There we go. All right. I give myself a B+ overall. All right, let's get this trailer and let's load up on some production. Oh, the other mod was Mark's mod. Let me write that down. The time-saving stock checker. That was the one. Oh, there is herbicide production. Okay, Mark. Well, if we need more, we'll make it, right? Okay, let me drop this weight off, because this does not use a pin hitch. I'm gonna put it over here with our other implements. It might be nice to get a shelf right here where we can put our implements. I'm gonna write that down too if we need to add that mod. Okay. So you guys never saw my Stone Valley video because it got corrupted. The video file got corrupted. But it was kind of laughable because I decided I was going to organize all of my pallets and my big bags. So I made this, I put in a big shelf, you know, kind of right there on the outside, and then proceeded to pick up the big bags, and they wouldn't even fit. It was comical. The pallets fit, as you guys saw on that video I made. Okay, we're gonna go get this trailer. So there's some maple syrup we can get right there. Got lots of eggs to go get. That was the other thing, eggs. Tons of eggs. And I'm gonna go check on our wool. We might have some wool as well. I don't think we have a lot of milk, unless we made a lot overnight. But because I checked when I first turned this on, and there was like, I want to say like 6,000 gallons of milk, so not a whole lot. Is that real silage over there? Yeah. Look at all that silage that our buddies made for us. Okay. Well, that's nice. No, that's not feeding into the BGA either. All right. Focus, Scott. That was for the BGA. Yeah, it is for the BGA. We'll just have to manually feed it in. But we could make TMR with it if we wanted to. All right. Is it B? No. Which one? There's two different auto loads of this trailer. Let's see. Which one is it? This is an auto load one, right? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not auto load. I thought it was. I guess it's not. Too bad Argsy's not in here. Guys, I guess it's not. It's no auto load. All right, well. No worries. You guys are gonna watch me you guys are going to watch me do a lot of front loading. Well, I'll tell you what, given that, I'm not going to sell everything. That's just, it's not fun to watch, and frankly, I would get bored forklifting for half an hour. You guys would probably get bored watching it. Let's sell the maple syrup, and then let's see what else we can do. Let's at least make sure that maybe we'll get some eggs. That's pretty high value. And you know, back to you know, what limitations do you place on this map? Maybe that's one of the things we say is no auto load. Yeah, they considered it cheaty, certainly in a live stream, and I think I'm gonna say the same thing. All right, can I get all three of these? I'd be real careful. All right. The one thing with the controller is you can be pretty precise if you turn down the sensitivity of your joystick controls. Not too much, but a little bit. You can do some pretty delicate work with a controller. All right. A-. Belt the other one first. Yeah, I probably could have. I guess I got lucky. We can belt it now. Let's go get some eggs, and then I think that's all the forklifting I want to do today. You guys, looks like most of you guys are still with me, so that's good. Thanks for hanging in there. All right, now look at all those eggs in there. That's a lot of eggs, and we'll have to load them out here. Just fine. Now, how are these stacked? So that's where they're growing, and this is where they're being stored. Is this area in jeopardy of filling up? It is. We should go empty that first. You belt when finished if wanting to be realistic. Yeah. True, Mark. All right. Nope. Kind of hard to see the angle on this. Okay, I see what's going on now. There we are. All right. So I'm going to set this one on top. Try not to run over the eggs. I'm going to be close. Not close at all. Too far up. There we go. I think that's good. Good enough. Oh, that was... Oh, look at that save. Awesome. That was a close one. We almost had scrambled eggs, guys. All right, let's try... Oh, it went... I hate the physics that do that. All right. Hopefully that's good enough. All right. I don't want to do too much of this. That's, whoops. I can see why FSG and Argsy didn't do much of this egg loading, because it's not easy. And it's not that entertaining to watch either, so with that in mind, I think I'm just going to load these two. I know that's not even close to what we need to do, but I may do that next time, or someone else can do it. You know, one thing that I think would be nice, and I wouldn't call it cheating, is you can have the ones that like put a strap on it so you get over it and strap it and pick it up. That's a great way, that's an easy way to move pallets around and lots of things around. You can move logs around with it. That would be cheating, would it? Because that's a real thing. Super strength to load. Thomas, yeah. I do that sometimes, but I would do it if I made like a horrible mess and like broke something. I've yeeted several tractors out of ditches with super strength. Saran says, can just about see with the face cam. It's tight quarters in there. Wouldn't use the straps to pick up pallets of eggs, though. Well, but it straps through the bottom of the pallet, doesn't it? All right, our maple syrup gets sold right here, so let's get that taken care of. And we're not going to get rich, but have it taken care of anyway. It's going to sell. Yep. 28.24, not bad. I'm not going to worry too much about like the best price of the month and that sort of thing. If we were playing like hard economy, I definitely would. But we've got a reasonable amount of money. We've got lots of production going on that's just cranking out cash for us. So I'm not going to burden myself with it too much. Tow chain is great for unstucking tractors non-cheaty. Yeah, it's one of the best ways. There's not a lot of ways to do it. I mean, if you say that, you know, consider that resetting it back to the store is cheaty, then yeah, that's one of the only ones. Since I've made maple syrup, there's a pancake production mod. Oh yeah. It uses it. Everyone needs an IHOP. But that's one thing, that's one question I haven't asked myself is, do we want to put other production and sell points here? I think that at some point would be a good idea. You know, because with No Man's Land, basically, that's your only sell point. Let's see, that's our potato sorter right there. I don't want to talk about potatoes. All right. Mark says maybe make a little town with some houses. That would be fun, and I like doing that. I'm not the most creative person when it comes to that, but I know some people are really good at it and really get into it. Pancakes, flour. Oh, just flour, and you need a grain mill, right? That's not too far off. Okay, I think for right now, I'm gonna put this trailer over here. Mainly just because most of what we have to sell is gonna be eggs anyway. Farmer Copstown is cool on this map. You know, I don't think I've seen his No Man's Land series, so that would be worth checking out, even just for the education on that. I know Sim Farmer makes some amazing towns, and he's done so on No Man's Land, and I know he did it on an FS19 one, and I think he did it on the 22 one as well. I consider him kind of the master of city planning and making things beautiful. All right, what do we want to do? So we've done all our fertilization. We've done enough production for today. How about we go, we could go plow that meadow grass field if you want. Let me know if that's what you want to do. I may have said that we were going to do something and just forgot about it. Looks like I got a little bit of silage over there. That's good, because we'll use that for the cattle. And then if it runs out, we'll have those silage bales. Whoops. There it is. Cranky says, plow the meadow grass. Is it worth cutting it first? Don't know, Mark. So I know that meadow field in the northwest corner was just mowed yesterday in the game. The other one I can't remember. if it can be cut. I think you can cut it at any state, right? Oh. I don't know. Alderon, you're saying yes. You're saying yes, it's worth it to cut. Saran says, I think you have enough silage, probably don't need to mow first. Well, here's the thing, if we don't mow and just plow it, is we'll get that fertilizer state, and we won't have to, we may not have to fertilize it when we put the seed down. I don't know. I tell you what, I think I'm just going to plow it. I feel like plowing. I feel like playing in the dirt. Right or wrong, I think I'm going to do that. Now, whose tractor is more powerful? I think it's FSG's has more, or slightly more power. $190. Oh yeah, the McCormick is a lot more powerful. So we'll get in that. Where'd I put it? Be that far away. Just do this. Oh, it was just around the corner. Okay. All right. We'll get a front weight on just for good measure. That's a plenty of weight. And then I see a plow right here. All right, so let me see if I can get around this cultivator. Looks like we're gonna have to bump it. All right, good enough. Saran says all you need is FSG voice changer. You know, FSG gave me a website, and I think it's the one that he uses for changing voices. And I actually used it on the Holler episode. I said this earlier, but maybe if you weren't here, if you watch my Holler video, see if you can guess which movie actress the April's voice is based on. I think some of you will be able to guess correctly, or determine correctly. All right. I love plowing. All right, is this where it starts? No. We're up here. We need to be... Oh, wait. No, I think that is where it goes. Yep, it is. Okay, I'm going to leave it in this state just so we can see roughly where we've already been. But we will, we'll make the field our own as we need to. And I'm going to start over in this corner. How are we doing on time? So it's almost 5 o'clock. I would say there's a fair chance we won't have all this plowed. And it might take until the next time to get this all plowed, but we'll at least go around the outline and get a good start on it. I want to leave a little bit of gap. I don't want to get silly with it. I'm going to say that. And let's turn on our GPS. And that looks good. And we will set this for 180. And turn them on. And I guess we'll line up close to here. like there-ish. I'll leave a little room, and then we'll make that edge clean when we come across the other direction. Saran, you said you haven't actually seen this series. Oh, okay. Yeah, give it a look. We want to make some fields, so we'll do that. So this is actually a cultivator, but it will make fields, so that's good. Or it's even, well, it's calling it a cultivator. Isn't this a plow in the game? I can't remember. I'm not sure. So this is kind of right at the limit of our power. And I'll kind of watch. Yeah, we've got a ways to go. It's a subsoiler. Oh, thank you. Okay. Interesting that it calls it a cultivator. Yeah, of course it's a subsoiler. All right. So we've got our road here that we need to be mindful of. So I'm just going to freehand this. When I made my No Man's Land map, I did what Argsy and FSG did, and that is I tried to follow the original painted-in roads. And so I have this exact same road in my No Man's Land map. Let me just see how this is going to go. All right, so we're just going to follow it all the way up. Real Dust is another mod. Good one, Thomas. If it's not already in here, and it looks like it may not be, but I would think, knowing FSG and Argsy, that they would have had all kinds of dust blowing in this thing. In this map, but maybe not. All right, so we'll do. I'm a fan of rounded corners, and I think I may just key off of my bearing, and I think instead of doing GPS, I'll just do that. So we're right at 90, and we're maintaining that. Awesome. Precision farming, I have that down as a definite maybe for adding the mod. Okay, we'll make a sharp corner here just because all the others are, and I kind of made it so that we have to do one. We can always paint. We can always paint it and round it up. All right. So that work's done. All right. Quite a green map. Dust probably isn't that realistic. Huh. Lots of dust. Yeah. It's there, Algeron says. Okay. I thought so. Look at all these rocks. Okay, big question. Field stones or no field stones? I'll be honest, I don't play with field stones. So I have half a mind to just turn them off. This is kind of picky and personal, but I don't like the way they implemented it. I don't think it's realistic. And crushing stones, I think, is almost cheaty how much money you can make just crushing it into lime. So, I don't know. There's two reasons I don't like it. No field stones, says Saran. I knew I liked you, Saran. So, I'm just going to make a note of that. So, I don't normally play with weeds either, but I'm okay leaving them on, especially if we had precision farming. The weeds are a little more realistic, and they're not as crazy. It's not like over the entire field so much. Thomas, you say, no, you feel FS overkills them. Yep. Big A says, I feel like they usually don't amount to much in the field. Totally agree on the... Okay, so field stones are out of here. In fact, I'm going to turn them off right now, just so we're not damaging our equipment. Field stone off. Save game. All right. You will still need to lift those. Yes, I will, Saran. They're not going to disappear. Correct. But now that I'm plowing, I won't create new ones, right? So it'll just be those 3 rows. I wish I'd remembered to turn it off sooner. Weeds are realistic, so keep them. Yeah, Thomas, I agree. Yeah, Saran, I'll just lease a stone picker. We'll get them off because I don't want them on the field. If we're not going to play with stones, I don't want them on the field. And I think every field has some stones in them, so that'll just be a task once we've harvested the crop. Before we plant anything, we're going to need to go and clear the stones out. But that'll be a one-time deal instead of an every-time deal. That's another thing that's not realistic. Stones are not they don't infinitely come back. Once you clear a field of stones, you're done. Hello, Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk. Welcome in. Good to see you again. We are, for Grant and others who have just joined, we are taking this meadow grass field that Argsy and FSG were mowing, and we're actually going to plow it and make it a proper grass field so that we can fertilize it and get a much better yield. This is a big field, so I'm thinking that once we do this, that other grass field in the northwest corner, we may not even need that anymore. We could go make that like an arable crop field, or we could even just let it kind of return back to Mother Nature. I find cultivating and plowing very, very relaxing. I'm a little bit disappointed, not disappointed, I guess I'm just a little saddened that plowing and cultivating isn't nearly as important in the gameplay, or it doesn't have to be. In fact, and it's more realistic, you know, especially with modern agricultural technology and science. You don't want to deep plow a field every time. It actually hurts things overall. And doing no-till is very economical, good for the environment, but it's still fun to do it in the game. So, like on my Osada map, in my series I'm doing, we just have we have a regular seeder that won't do the no-till planting. So we have a cultivator. Chinook, you enjoy it too. Yeah. So when I do like a big map like Deer Creek, you know, I'm not gonna cultivate that. I'm gonna get a direct drill seeder every chance I can. My face is so itchy today. I apologize for doing that. All right. Let's see what kind of progress we're making. Now we're off to a good start. Yeah, see how much we have to go. I mean, this is going to take, with this size subsoiler, it's going to take, I don't know, 45 minutes to get all that done. We could just trim it off and make it kind of more rectangular. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to worry about all that over there. Try to make more of a straight line with it. Mark says, Scott on Osada, you can clear that stack of bales and credit yourself some money. The stack of bales, are you talking about that giant stack next to the field? That's one that I know of, but I always thought that was decoration. Oh, I know what you're saying. Are you talking about the straw that I left in the field? No, you're talking about stacks of bales. I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. I apologize. But it sounds like I need to know. Or maybe that is what you're talking about, and you're just saying, like, do it in the gameplay. Thomas says, you've never used GPS, sad face. How does it work? Do you just center yourself in a row, and it just stays on the coordinates? Thomas, the best way to think about it is it's a GPS transceiver, like you have in your iPhone, and a motor that can control your steering wheel. And you basically program in your lines, and that's how it works in real life anyway. So that's what the best way to really describe it. And to set it up in the game is actually pretty easy. It's definitely not cheaty. I mean, I would say if you're a farmer and you have any size field today, you've got GPS on your tractors. If I were a real farmer, I would definitely do it. Something I would use or sell. It's the decoration. Okay, so I was thinking correctly. It is a giant hill of bales. Now I'm not sure that I own those bales, Mark, because I think it's technically on the house, and I don't even know it's a farm, but it's a house residence that's next to me. I don't know. I'll think about that, Mark. But that's an interesting thought. That'd be some good storyline. Okay, I'll say my my public service announcement again. So YouTube, rightfully so, has placed a lot more importance on YouTube Shorts. We're trying to compete with TikTok, and I guess a lot of the market wants that. So, which is great. So they've changed their algorithm so that you really need to make shorts, and so you may be seeing that myself and a lot of other people that don't normally do shorts are doing that. If you want to grow your channel, you got to make shorts. So I would just say how you can help me and other YouTubers that you like is if they come out with a short, watch it and like it. That'll just be an easy way to help us out. We have to play by the rules, and that's all I'll say about that. I don't normally watch shorts. Tell you, the bots are crazy today. I've had people recommend to me to do a subscriber-only chat, which gets rid of all the bots because they're not subscribed. But I feel that really limits people contributing to the chat. I don't know. If you guys can, if Nightbot and you guys can stay on top of it, I think we'll be okay. If it becomes a problem, that is one solution, but I don't want to have to do it. Okay. Could someone kindly give me a UT Longhorn score? I would imagine we're through halftime. Is anyone here not a subscriber? Probably everyone here is a subscriber, Mark. And also you can make it so that you can be a subscriber for like 1 minute. I've gone to a lot of different live streams where subscriber only, and I'll just subscribe, wait 60 seconds, and then I can chat. And if I really don't want to subscribe, ultimately I just unsubscribe. So it's a way around it, but it's just a pain. 31-24 Texas. Woohoo! Awesome. Where are we in the game? How much game time do we have left? It's halftime. Oh, okay. So they're in a lead. I wouldn't call that a comfortable lead, especially with OSU. They know how to rally late in the game. Just into the third quarter. Okay, Tanner, that's kind of what I thought. I figured we were just through the halftime. They've been going back and forth. Okay. So there hasn't been a clear leader. Yeah. Not surprised. So it's a little after 5 my time. So we've gotten a little past, my normal 2-hour mark. But I think what we'll do, we'll plow the rest of this portion of the field, and then we'll call it a day, if that sounds all right with you. Ricky, say that is A-okay. Awesome. See if I can do like some first-person action here. Oh, I missed a row. Let's do that again. What happened to Steelhorse? Cranky, his PC died. He says he still has his hard drive, so he hasn't lost any info, but he had a hard fail on his PC, so he is building a new one. So I have every expectation that once he's got that up and running, that we'll see it from him again real soon. Yeah, I was concerned as well. I thought, did something happen to him personally? But no, he's just dealing with some technical issues. Yeah, it is a bummer. He's building his own though. He's got a motherboard and a case. I don't know if he had to get a new case, but he got a new motherboard and he's getting it all configured. He's a pretty tech savvy person, so I'm sure he can get it done. I like how the GPS sounds inside the cab. It sounds real. I mean, I've never been in a tractor cab with GPS, but I've watched videos, YouTubes of real farmers running GPS. That's exactly what it sounds like. Realism. Yeah, I don't need a case, just build it on the motherboard box. Oh. Well, he may already have a usable case. When I expanded my PC, I had a compact case, and I probably could have made it work, but thermally, they just don't work as well. So I went and just got a whole new off-the-shelf PC. Seems to be doing okay. Guess that'll work. Nope, we missed a spot. So I think what I'm gonna do, because that angle's getting so sharp on us. Oh, I did not want to do that. I'm going to do a little extra headland here. $79.50 with a 3060. Oh, I need to add create fields again. You guys are talking PC hardware. Tried to get cheeky and just get right up against that edge, but I missed. All right, this will make it a little bit easier, especially if I'm going to do first person. Okay. Oop, let's get back to the front. That'll be a lot easier to drop my blades down and still stay in the lines. Good GPUs are still over a 4090. Wow. Yeah, I'm not touching the 4000 series. Number one, I don't need it. And number two, I think they're dealing with some thermal issues right now. So even if I did need it, I would wait until they ironed out the thermal problems. I hate thermal problems. They like keep me awake at night. I used to be a product engineer in the semiconductor industry, and thermal was like the bane of my existence. Getting products to perform as best as possible. All right. Good, we're almost done, guys. Who needs a 4090? Exactly. You know, if you had like, you know, 3 giant 4K screens and cared about it, you know, you could do it, but I mean, you're like, put in a blast furnace in a PC case. Just, I don't know, I don't get it. So then you probably have to get like a liquid cool system, and that's like, I don't know, another $1,000 or something. I don't know how much it is for liquid cooled GPU, but it's not cheap. You'd love a 3080. I agree. 3080 is probably the highest I would go. If I were going to start doing like true 4K production, I would invest in at least a 3070. That's what FSG has, and he seems to make it work. But a 3080, if you're doing 4K production, is really what you need. All right, guys. Let's take a look at our work. I like it. It looks nice. Let's make sure we save that. And we'll drive home, and then we'll wrap things up. I think we'll wash the tractor, because we did play in the dirt, and it's pretty filthy. Technology is well far ahead of what software can utilize. I agree, Mark, but that's not always the case. You know, I was in that industry for, I don't know, 25 years, and they would kind of leapfrog. There was a time before, I don't know if you remember, it was in the 90s, when high-performance CPUs, you could only overclock them so much. It was when Apple Macintosh ran on the Motorola PowerPC, it was that era. Hardware was a limiting factor. But software has been a limiting factor, like when 3D first came on, and actually I would say it's still a limiting factor with AI, you know, other things that are just pushing the envelope. I don't think it's so much a bottleneck for graphics anymore. I think there's a lot of really good compression technology and standards out there. Sorry, I'm talking techno speak and really shouldn't be. I am a nerd at heart, though. All right. Yeah, it goes back and forth. The old Celeron 300 was such a neat chip. Yeah, you kind of have those groundbreaking ones. I remember the first AMD K6 chip. That was a huge breakthrough. They were the first to use what's called copper technology, and that they blew away Intel for like, I want to say 3 or 4 years. And then AMD came up with an architecture advantage over Intel for years. Okay. You know, let's put these in the shed. Just to keep them out of the elements. You had an IBM luggable x86 with 286 speed card on it. Mark, I actually know exactly what you're talking about, because I'm that old. I never owned one, though. Okay, guys. I think this has been a good introduction, well, reintroduction to a very well-known and favorite map of ours. Next time we're on this map, I hope to make it a multiplayer session, so that'll make things a lot more interesting. But anyway, thank you all for staying with me for so long on this weekend. And Tuesday, we'll live stream again. That's probably the last you'll see for me until next week. But until then, I wish you well. I'll take care.